finish line. Finish line. Get to moving, finish line. Cross that finish line. I'm a monster, I'm rude and black. Give me diamond watch, give me platinum plaque. I'm a goon or something, I make do with that. Ain't here to small talk, don't need the chat. Know that I was made in the lab. The scientist screaming, oh my god. Give him swagger up, Tone Beach by. Let him hit the streets, let them die. What it mean to be great when you at halftime? When you're 20 years old, never had a touchdown. When you lose a control, all your brother's been gone. You confused, you alone, never earned you a dime.
Oh man, we are here. We are back and we are live. Of course, I am him, Ferman Jackson Jr., along with my lovely teammate, and she is her. So go ahead and introduce yourself.
Laresa, aka Lo. Everybody call me Lo. Yes, I went back to the old school, aka Lo, because that's who I am. Gotta be me all day. We would like to say hello, everybody. Thank you for joining us again. And we are here with the lovely Denise Sanders. Yay. Give her a hand right there.
Man, awesome sauce, awesome sauce. Go ahead.
So, Denise, hi. Okay, so I just want to give a quick take on what I experienced when I met Miss Sanders. So, I went to an event this past weekend. And I saw Miss Sanders speak. I saw her perform a poem, which I loved. And I just wanted her, and I learned some things. You know, I learned that she, she's an author and she writes, and it's very interesting. So, we like to bring, good inspirations as far as within our Black community. That is what we want to do. Let's get it started. All right. So Miss Sanders, let's start with introducing who you are.
Okay. My name is Denise Sanders / Reeves. Been married a little over 2 years. Mom, author, writer, been a published author since I was 15. Ooh. So some dirt on my feet. Yeah. Look, I'm known as sassy, witty, and honest. So I mean, and I like to have fun. I like to laugh. So most of the time, if you're around me, we're gonna laugh at something. Even if I'm laughing at myself, honey, we're gonna be rolling. Okay?
It's okay. It's okay. That's what I call good people. You wait. Denise, are you a Cancer? When were you born?
I'm an Aquarius.
You're okay. Look out. Okay, yeah. My son. That's my son's son. So we're gonna get along. Okay. Yeah. So, all right. So this is what I wanted to ask you. So, what inspired you to start writing? Let's start there.
Okay. Very simple. Actually, I just started writing out of anger. Actually, okay. So it's either me fight all the time and be in jail, or I need to find another outlet to write out how I feel without getting in trouble for it. Crazy, because sometimes I did get in trouble for it because I spoke the truth. So when my dad read some stuff that he didn't like about his girlfriend,
hey, it hurt sometimes, right?
It set me free, but unfortunately,
it's okay. Consequences, it's all right though.
Yeah,
but it led to something good.
Yeah, so I mean, it was just a way to kind of let out the extra. I applied for this in this contest when I was 15, right? It was in the newspaper. So, I figured no harm, no foul. And then if I would have been born into a wealthy family, I actually would have been flown to Connecticut every weekend for a writing teacher and stuff like that. But of course, I wasn't born into a wealthy family, so that opportunity passed me early. But definitely, they thought the story was funny. I'm like, they just don't know how true that story was.
No, it's what I do believe that sometimes, although there are doors that open for us, but there are doors that we are not meant to walk through. So everything happens for a reason, you know. So maybe that might be something that you thought that you was meant to happen,
Mhm.
but look at what happened afterwards. You started, okay, well, let me strive to do something else. Let me push to do something else. So you want to go ahead and elaborate on what happened after that situation?
Okay, so if we're making it into a circle, I do believe that that opportunity, I wasn't allowed to walk in that opportunity because it was a way of showing me that you have a gift. You have a gift.
Yeah.
So though I wasn't allowed to completely walk in it, it was still like, yeah, this chick from the hood, she got something. So it was like, okay, I'm not, I'm not just this ball of anger. I actually know how to put pen to paper and put my thoughts down and strategize it to where it comes out to where people are feeling it. So after then, my high school had this contest. It was put on by a golf club, Rotary Club. So, um, it was some major players, all these people with money who were a part of this country club. They put on this event. It was like you had to write this essay, and they gave you certain topics, and I wrote on teen pregnancy.
Mm.
So yeah, I got second place in that contest. So there was some little funds that I could use as a teenager.
I know
But
that's
yeah,
right.
it was just like, okay, so we doing a little something with it. We doing a little something with it. So
And
other than yeah,
yeah, that's actually, that is very, you know what, it's, I love the fact, and because of the poem that you have read, it had me thinking of real life situations. So hearing you say that what you wrote about, the essay concerned teen pregnancy, um, that just further pretty much puts me in the zone of who you are as a person and your realness. So, because those are hard things to talk about, the realness of life. And a lot of people don't want to hear it. They don't want to really accept it. They don't want to accept what's going on, whether or not it's, teen pregnancy or addiction or separating or low self-esteem or just, having some type of love disconnection with their family or whoever. There are a lot of things that a lot of people just really like to push up underneath the rug. So when you hear something that is real, and especially when someone expressed it where you can't per se express it, it really touches a person and it touches them deep. And I believe that's even why there are so many successful mega churches out there, because when you really think about it, you have a lot of pastors that have the ability to speak on people personal issues, and that's why you can sit there and you be like, dang, are they talking about my troubles, because I just experienced this. Oh my God, is this God talking to me? Because I just walked into the church and made this decision just to go here this day, and they're talking about me. So I think poetry and being able to speak in front of people, especially when you talk on things that are real, it really catches their attention when they are going through things. It really does. It really does. Ferman, did you have anything to add to that?
Oh yeah. It's something else you forgot to add too, Denise. You was an athlete.
Oh,
oh,
okay.
anything
Um,
can be
a
done.
little birdie told me that today that you have an athletic background. Would you mind expounding on that athletic background?
Okay, so look, I was actually a heavy hitter in a lot of things. So I actually played football. I played basketball. I did soccer. I did track. In soccer and football, I actually had several different positions. When we talking football, we talking 7th to 8th grade year. I wasn't allowed to play in high school because the coach told me, "Let me tell you something. It speaks volumes about you as a person when your teammates go to the head coach your freshman year. Soon as you get there and talk to the coach and say, hey, we got this girl, man. They call me the icebox because when I hit you, you know you've been hit." And
Dang.
yeah,
Dang.
he said he refused to have a girl play on his team. He said I would never play on his team. And me, baby, how I was gifted, I said, okay. Because guess what? When you good at everything else, it doesn't matter. You don't have to play me on your squad, baby. I'm gonna play on somebody's squad. So from then, I mean, when I did play, I played guard, I played tackle, I played field goal kicker. I played a few things. I even played running back at one time. They even tested me, tested me a wide receiver. So I mean, basketball, you know, baby, I'm going in. I even had a few instances where because I'm so strong, I dislocated people's shoulders. I mean, because if you're trying to top out with me, good luck, honey.
Yeah.
I mean, but you know, it terrified me too because I was like, I'm not playing to hurt anybody.
Yeah.
I'm playing for the fun of the game. So I mean, track. I played. I've ran fourth leg. I ran, but I ain't gonna lie. I never was too fun of running. Like, look, let me tell y'all something so funny. So in practice, my coach, oh God, I could stand this woman for this. She used to make us run a time mile. I think it was once a week. Oh my God, I dreaded this day. So my thing was, I was so in control of my speed. You had people that ran cross country that did this with us. So they used to running these long distances. Okay, no problem. I literally held my pace for 3 laps. That fourth lap, I sprinted the whole lap. And my coach was so mad at me. She was like, you didn't tell me, babe, I got to preserve my energy. That's how I am.
That brings me back to those days because I was an athlete and I know what you mean, man. Those coaches, boy, but coaching isn't the same. I don't know. I don't know if you feel comfortable telling us your age, but
no, I'm 43, honey. I look good.
Oh, okay. So look, we in the same group. Okay, well then fine. Okay, great. And see, I thought we were around the same age just because of your demeanor, but I wasn't for sure. But coaching then versus coaching now, it's a little different. It's a lot different. Like these kids, they would not be able to handle it.
Let me tell you something. Baby, we went outside and played in dirt and everything else. These kids get a little dirty. They want to come inside and take a bath. Are you kidding me? Are you serious right now?
No, but that's the thing. They're not even going outside to play. These kids ain't going outside to play. They're not going outside to play. And it's funny. I think about what the topic that we're talking about now, as far as like things that we had to endure and go through. Even just as far as sports are concerned, but getting back to even like your writing, kids don't really write. They'll use an AI generated program, or they don't do beats by themselves separately. Like no one does that. They'll use the computer to generate these different productions and these different beats, and it's just not. It's not an original idea. And I know that music, in a so to speak, and I am talking about music, but it goes from every source. I believe it's all connected, really, in a sense. I do know that things circle back. People use the same thing over and over. That's why we have a lot of different tracks that, you might hear that might have had production from the 60s to 70s. There are a lot of songs that have been used over and over, but there's no genuine ideas anymore. They literally use computer programming, and they have used computer programming to do their writing as well. Which I'm just like, what the hell? Because
people are losing their authenticity.
Yeah.
People aren't authentic anymore. Everybody want to bite off this, sample off that. What happened to you letting your heart lead you into wherever you're supposed to go? You have to bite off every sandwich that ain't yours to bite.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree 1,000%. Finding your mark. And, a lot of people, they want, I won't say a lot of people because everybody's different, but I want to say individuals. Individuals, they want to take shortcuts. They don't want to put in the work. They don't want to grind. They want to take shortcuts. They'll lash on to the flavor of the month. That makes sense. But they see what you're doing and thinking that it's easy, and they see you prospering, so they feel like they can do the same thing too. but they don't realize the blood, sweat, and tears that you put in to get where you at today.
Facts.
That is so true. I mean, the only thing I will give this new generation a lot of credit for, and I'm just going to say that, and my mind never thought about it this way until, I had a conversation with somebody who's in my family who's young, and I'm like, girl, how you always getting these jobs? I mean, like good jobs, like she looking at me now, right now. I was like, how you always getting these jobs? I don't understand it. And they were paying this person like she was making, like they were offering her good money, everything, and she would quit. She would literally like quit. She would literally like quit, and I'm like, why? She's like, because it's not for me. She's like, it's not for me. And then I started doing research. She's not the only young person that does that. A lot of young people do those things, and apparently you make more money doing so. You make more money doing so versus staying loyal to a company that is willing to freaking let you go at any second. So that is the one thing I will give these children. They will, and I say kids out of a loving type of thing, out of a motherly type of situation, I guess, because my kids are in their 20s. But that's the one thing I will say. If they don't feel like they are valued, they will say goodbye. I'll go somewhere else, or I'll try to do my own thing. So that's the one thing I will do, even though they might not know how to do anything else.
Facts.
But they know how to do that. They know their worth when it comes to that. And I feel like our age group, we weren't pushed to know our worth. We were pushed to know, hey, get you a job, make sure that you have good benefits, and give your all to that job. You know what I'm saying? Give it all to your job and just stick with it. But you don't make money like that. You don't get rich like that. You know what I'm saying? That's not how you make money. That's not how you generate wealth. You cannot get rich working for someone else. So I applaud you in taking the steps on your writing, on publishing your books, because that's what it takes. And just like you, I made a decision, and it might have been late in life. It is late in life, Someone recently told me, I felt a little offended, but what can I say? I said, well, dang, I'm middle-aged. And they were like, baby, you're not middle-aged anymore. It was like, you a little past middle-aged. I was like, huh? And I was like, oh, man. Oh, yeah. We had that conversation. And they was like, no, you got to think about people are dying around this age. So middle of that age would be literally like late 30s. And I was like, well, damn, you do kind of make sense. You're making a lot of sense, I guess. So I was like, well, okay, fine. I'm older than middle age, right? So I was like, but still, I don't care. I'm going to make a decision to try to do the things that I want to do to try to succeed in life as far as the things that I want to do. So I applaud you for making that decision at a young age. You knew that you liked this, you knew that you wanted this here, and you stuck with it at 15 years old. So that is such an achievement. So I want to applaud you.
Ooh, thank
because
you.
It's hard. It is hard to continue that dream. It is very hard.
I was the kid that my teachers used to make me stop. I've always been told I had the old soul. Then I didn't know what that meant. I was like, I'm so sick of this English teacher telling me I have old soul. I don't know what that means. But I used to always elaborate. And when you elaborating when you like 7, 8 years old, and I was like, what elaborating? She was like, you don't have to write so much. I'm like, okay. So I was cut off at sometimes, but in high school, my teacher was just like, literally when you're a college student and your let me tell this is funny too. I didn't like it then, but I get it now. Yeah. Okay. So college, I went going through my own little phase or whatever with wanting to be there, not wanting to be there. And I'm taking this English class, right? So I got a few of my track members in there with me. So sometimes I just didn't feel like doing the homework. I mean, who always feels like doing the homework? I'm like, I feel like if I do the work in class, I mean, homework, I'm here.
Yeah.
But, if I don't want to feel like doing the homework, then, somebody go do it. So, I'm just going to get a few sentences from them and add a little something to it. I'm going to be good, right?
Yeah.
Oh, this teacher here? Oh, no, baby. He was not playing with me.
Oh.
He called me out in class. Yeah.
He said,
Oh, honey, let me tell you something, baby. He gave me a big scoop of get it together. He called me out in class. He waited till everybody sat down. And he was like, good morning, class. He was like, hope you guys managed to do your homework. And he looked over at me. Wait.
because he already know that you summarized somebody else's homework.
And he was like, and Miss Sanders, just to let you know, you are well equipped to actually teach this class. But you would rather copy someone else's work instead of expressing your own. Do you know that teacher failed me? I didn't fail the class. He failed me on purpose to teach me a lesson. He said, you could actually teach this class, but you would rather copy off somebody else's work. Basically, you saying you could do so much better. Girl, when I went to the next, so I'm like, okay, I got to repeat this class. He can tell me at the time he was going to flunk me. So when I got to the second class, when I tell you I was tutoring like 8 different people, because when they tapped into poetry and writing and what everything meant, I didn't miss a beat. I didn't even know I knew these things.
Yeah.
But whenever something was ready, went over something, I would read it with no problem. I could break it down. This is what this means. And they was looking at me like it was a foreign language. And I was like, y'all don't know. It's like, no, how do you know what I mean? I was like, I actually don't know, but so I mean, he was right. Yeah. I could actually teach that class.
Yeah, you know what? You don't get teachers like that anymore. That really, he was trying to, what's the word I'm looking for? He was trying to push you as far as push your potential because he knew you had it. That is beautiful because you do not get teachers like that anymore. You have young teachers who are so busy about what they look like when they walk inside the classroom versus whether or not they're teaching those kids. And it doesn't just, it's not, I don't think that I'm just talking about the female teachers, men teachers, and because there are a lot of perverted men teachers. Okay. I had to deal with that even in high school myself, which I ran the other way, but, and told my mama as fast as I could, but but I had so many inspirational teachers growing up, and looking at some of these teachers these days, that is very rare. That is very rare. I believe the teaching standards have lowered within the state of Texas. It's not, they got to do something. Something got to happen.
It's like they're just trying to get their numbers in as far as teachers, but not actually getting the talent and the potential and the qualified to do the job.
Mm-hmm. That's the only thing that I will say that as far like removing the stigma on focusing solely on a test to pass everything, I'm so glad that they got rid of that. I'm so glad that they are in the process of getting rid of that. Like they should have did that a long time ago. I do have another question though for you. What's your favorite part of your writing journey? What has been your favorite part of it?
Okay, so I guess my favorite part is the Pandora's box of it. I say that because a lot of my writing has me in it and a lot of it doesn't. Some things I can write about with ease. However, the topic comes to me and I start writing, it has nothing to do with me. Example, I wrote this one poem that was just so sad to me. And I just knew my dad was dying. And I was like, I'm writing, I'm crying, I'm writing, I'm crying. And I'm like, oh my God. And I called him, I was like, Dad, are you okay? And mind you, it's late because I've been working nights for probably about a total of 15 years now. So He's like, child, what are you talking about? I was like, are you sick and not telling anybody? Because this was put on my heart. And he just started laughing. He was like, girl, like nothing wrong with me. And I'm like, okay. I mean, this poem talking about his scent. She could still smell his scent in the doorway. You could tell this guy died. And so I was just like, okay. So I found out 2 weeks later that the publisher that I was under at the time, his uncle had just passed. He said that was for his aunt.
Wow. Ooh.
And then I wrote another poem called My Frown. It's about a guy in jail. I've never been in jail. And then though my anger almost put me there a few times, thank God. And it just
Hey, I think we all kind of have been there. Trust me, we've all kind of been there. Even though we have worked there, we've all been there.
Yeah. And he says that he is who they call when somebody needs to disappear. So basically, he's the executioner. When somebody needs to be handled, he don't have a problem. He knows that that's his job. And he says, like McDonald's, I'm loving it. Say my name before you go to sleep. Like he about his business and taking you out of this world. But at the end, he says, only my maker can turn this thing around.
I'm so sorry, my internet. I'm so sorry, y'all. My internet is acting a little weird. Sorry, I missed that last part, Miss Sanders.
Oh, I said, at the end, he says, because it's called My Frown. He said, only my maker can turn this thing around, my frown. Basically, he don't have no problem frowning. He called us clowns for smiling. But I read it in front of a group of men some years ago, and they had been in there, and they was like, how did you write that? I was like, what do you mean? They was like, have you had experience? I was like, no. And they was like, you on to something. And I was like, okay. But basically, he had no issue telling you who he was. He had no issue with saying, this is my job. I do it well. But at the end of the day, he was like, y'all bunch of clowns. Y'all can be happy all day. I'm going to wear this frown. So, yeah, it has its moments where I'm just like, okay, that definitely wasn't for me. But I like it.
Yes. I know I had asked you, and I hope that I'm sorry if you guys can't see me. My computer is jacking out right now. But I asked you earlier. I'm hoping that you can give us a taste of your poetry. And Ferman, I'm so sorry. I think you were trying to say something, but I am having trouble kind of hearing a little bit. I'm sorry about that.
Nah, you good, because I hear your voice and stuff like that. But what I want to say, ask Miss Sanders is, growing up, you always felt and always knew you were destined to tongue-tied to do great things, right?
Yes, I mean, like, I didn't know. It's crazy because I had a friend tell me, why is it everything you try you good at? And I was like, I never seen it like that. My thing is, I'm just trying to have fun. Like, I'm trying to have fun. I'm trying to exert this energy because I got a lot of it. And I'm just trying to stay out of trouble. I'm just trying to stay out of trouble. That bottom line, I know where my anger can take me. And as long as I'm busy and I'm focused on whatever sport, whatever project that is, I ain't got time to be thinking about all these young girls having babies. I ain't got time to be thinking about these boys who's trying to grow me. I ain't got time for that. If I'm focused on this, I don't have time to think about my surroundings that I got to come home to. Yeah.
Let me ask you something. What do you do for your employment right now? What are you doing right now for employment?
I actually work in a warehouse.
So where do you see yourself in the next 5 years with your art? Because I see you doing great things. Ferman and I had this discussion. We see you doing great things. And I hope when you look, we're gonna need another interview, ma'am. Okay? Because we called it.
I actually want to travel and do poetry. Okay. I actually I'm doing this because I have to do it right now, but I'm not even gonna lie to you, it wears on my spirit. It wears on my physical. It wears on because it's like trying to put something in a box that's not meant to be in a box. That's how
Yes, I'm here.
That's
I
how.
look, you preaching. I'm hearing you. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Because I
So
feel that so hard. I feel that so much. Go ahead. I'm so sorry
yeah.
interrupting you, but I
No.
feel it. And when I
Look.
get
I'm not.
compassionate, I feel it.
Yeah, no, girl, I'm good. No, that's how I feel. I literally have to give myself pep talks to go to this job.
it,
Have you ever seen that meme that say, "Gotta get the money, gotta get the money"?
yep, yep. Ferman, what did you say last week about love when we talked about loving ourselves? What did you say? Please say it again.
Oh,
You
love
said you
yourself.
also said it at you yes, but you also said it when we were at the financial event. Um what did you
But
say? You
see,
got to speak on what?
oh yeah, speak those things beautiful as they were. And what I was saying is, like I said the other night when I was at work, I work night shift too. Matter of fact, that's how I met Laresa. She was my supervisor at the sheriff department. But what I was doing the other night at work, I do a lot of things at work. When I say do a lot of things at work, I'm always keeping myself occupied. Even though we got rounds and we can do feeding, we got oversee the inmates, but I found myself always focused on the podcast, the business, writing things down, putting affirmation together. I had my Bible with me. I'm constantly writing down in my notes to meditate to keep my mind sharp. Because this too shall pass. If that makes sense on what I'm saying, yeah, because you have to always see yourself where you're going. And that's why I mentioned on Saturday, big shout out to Shiloh with the Secure the Bag event workshop. You start dressing for where you're going. Just like today, big shout out to Shalonda. We had lunch today. And it was on my spirit because she's talking about doing security bag and taking it out of Texas and taking it to other places. And I dressed up for the occasion. I want me a polo shirt, slacks, dress shoes. I know I'm never do that. I'm always wear like t-shirt, jeans, and some J's and my ball cap. But I'm dressing for where I'm going. And you don't wait to when you get there, you start now. And it starts within the mind. And then we gotta change our subconscious mind. Because the subconscious mind is gonna believe what we're saying and it's going to do what it's gonna do. But just really unlearning to relearn. And you just start dressing for where you're going. And when you're at work, even though you're working for someone, you still working on your goals. You still working on your dreams. That what keeps you motivated, rooted, and grounded. Like I tell anybody on the other podcast, walking this ways. There, use your job to fund your dream. Like our job, they offer unlimited overtime. I take the overtime and I invest it into what I want to do. So I know that keeps me going. It keeps me pressing my way because if not, our emotions get in the way, right? So I got to change that. So you know what, Ferman? Now you got to get up and you got to go. That's the job is an I do. It's not an I am. And while you're in the midst of that season, see, God allowed you to go places for a season. That's how I end up meeting Laresa, and that's how I meet other people. Because God wants you to go through a season where He wants you to connect with this person, that person. And when that season up, then He'll move you on to where He got to go. That's how I look at it. But in the meantime, I'm always right. I'm always meditating while I'm at work. I'm always reading at work. They keep me motivated, keep me rooted, keep me grounded, keep me disciplined, and all the other stuff. But breaking away from the norm of not getting so caught up in the job. And I think that what happened to us in our community. We was taught to go to work, you be on that job for 30 years, get a pension, then you feel like I'm living a good life now. But just think about the years we missed out on because it was fear. And
Yeah.
those who are Bible scholars, Jesus said one thing. He was talking about the parable of the sower, the seed. And we all been there before. Well, we allow the cares of this world and the deceitfulness of riches to choke that seed where we will get into fear. And then we got a faith and we get into fear where we don't trust God. We get so caught up in our bank account. We get so caught up in everything. We'll start seeing those things and then we get discouraged. But if we say that God has a plan for our life, we have to trust God. And God, let me tell you something. God's plan ain't for everybody. They laughed at Noah. God told Noah to build that ark. They laughed at Noah. And what they did, Noah kept building that ark. Oh, it ain't rained in 5 years, but Noah kept building that ark. And it's just like with our platform. This platform, the Just Saying, the Walking His Ways, it's about to blow. It's about to blow up. and we put in the work and we're grinding. Like I told, like, Lo, she know I love her, right? Because the old me would never do a show after doing 16 hours, and we do a show at 5 o'clock. I got to go right back to work. But that's love because this is something that I enjoy doing. The old me would say, man, I just did 16 hours. And I got to go back to work. But I realized, Denise, I can't use my job and excuse not to feel the purpose and the destiny that God has for my life. That makes sense?
Yes, it does.
Because that's how we miss out on what God has for us. God wants to live a great life. And you have to remind him of his word. He said, I came that you might have life and
Yes,
life more abundantly.
abundantly.
That's his promise. And you say, hey, Lord, you said in your word, you came that I might have life and have life more abundantly. This is time to live. This is time to enjoy yourself. This is time to prosper and trust the Most High for all he has for you. And be happy. You know, he wants us to be happy. He wants to be full of joy. And then a lot of times you got to tell God, start removing these people out your way. The distractions, the stumbling blocks. Even Jesus had to move folks out the way. Remember when the young girl was, they said the young girl died, and Jesus said she was asleep, and they laughed. And what he did, he moved those people out the room. See, a lot of times we gotta move people out their room because them people that's in that room laughing, they unbelieve. They don't believe nothing. You remove those folks out that room because they nothing but distraction. But walk into what God has for you, utilizing your gift. The scripture does say, "I give shall make room for," but it's up to us now to use these gifts
X.
and
And
just
you gotta pray
utilize it.
on it. You gotta pray on it. You gotta talk to. You gotta have that talk to God. I'm like you, Denise, when you had said that. You know, I felt even though I was working with the sheriff's department for almost 25, 26 years. Okay, been there since I was like prior to 9/11. Okay, so many changes. Went through 3 sheriffs, the whole 9. All right, and I believe, and I'm gonna tell you where my mind process changed with what I wanted to do with my life. Now I could have stayed there. I didn't have like much time. Like retirement was literally around the corner. Okay, but when I job weighed heavy on me, it started making me sick. I started getting sick from this job. From this job that wasn't going to make me rich, wasn't going to make me happy, was not making me happy. I dealt with a lot of people that did not want me to succeed, although, and I just find it very interesting how a lot of people in our community do not like for you to shine or have any type of recognition, especially when y'all all make the same goddamn money. That's just crazy to me. That is fucking crazy to me. Excuse my language. I don't look. I try to be calm because I'm on the show, but you know I have to kind of hold myself back. But when I talk about the truth, when it's talking about, I'm very compassionate. So you know, a cuss word might come out there every once in a while. But that place was making my ass sick, and I was like, yo, I had to make a decision. What do I want to do? What do I want to do? Do I need to stay here and a place that after I die, they might put my damn picture up for a week, then say no one will ever remember me again, or for a little. That's a whole story of how that happened. It was really because I got sick. A job, they didn't care about me, and that's when I realized that I didn't need to be here. They did not care about me being sick. They cared about bodies. They cared about a person. I was like, all these accolades that I received from this department, and it goes to show that you can do 1,000 things right, but if you do that one thing that is wrong, or that one thing that they don't like, hey, that it washes out everything that you have done that was right, you know. Yeah. And it's like, you know what? It's time to make. To be honest, I feel better than ever. I'm not even gonna lie. I feel so better. Like, if Ferman can attest for this here, I I feel like it was a weight on me. And that type of position anyway is a huge burden. It's a huge burden. It's not a burden just from employees. It's a burden from the I believe that if you surround yourself with things that are of negative energy, it's bound to rub off on you. So, when you're
Yeah.
surrounded by people, I will never say that anybody is guilty prior to them being, you know, a, prior to them getting a conviction of being guilty. I would never say that they are, because I've seen so many people walk about at that place that are innocent or that should not have been guilty in the first place. So, and that's something that I never, my initial thought being in there was everybody was guilty. So, I was like, no, I got to get the hell up out of here. So here you say that, your experience about where you work at now made me kind of, touch on, it really kind of made me think about, my own position. That's why I say the words that we speak and the words that other people speak really can touch people, because you never know what they are going through. You never know what they may be having or whatever the case may be. You never know. So when I heard your poem Hungry, and I loved it. I loved it. That's why I can't wait to hear what you have for us. I can't wait to hear what you have today, madam. And whenever you're ready.
Where's she at? Hey, you still there?
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, we heard you. You was going in and out. You invisible today. But we hear your voice though. Hey,
Yeah,
but it's awesome though. But it's
it's my
awesome though. But you
pleasure.
know
I'm
what?
so sorry.
No. Hey, but you know what? The show is still going on. We still having a great time, of course. And I look at life beautiful. Man, you gotta tell yourself. You gotta speak life over yourself. That's how I look at it. You gotta speak life over yourself, life over everything. Speak those things, and I've been saying that a lot lately. Speak those things, be those they were. And you surround
That's
yourself with people that keeps you uplifted, iron sharpen iron, right? So I want to put myself around people who are visionaries. I want to put myself around people who are go getters. I want to put myself over people who's highly motivated and disciplined. You know what I'm saying? Because eventually you surround yourself with those type of individuals, it's gonna rub off on you, right? So we are we are on a whole nother level. Ain't seen nothing yet. We're on a whole nother level.
Yes.
And I speak a whole nother level for you, Denise, that
Yes.
you will prosper, because the scripture said that anything you touch, you will prosper. So keep doing what you're doing, keep grinding, keeping God first, continue allowing his principles be in your life, and trust you, God honor his word. And just keep elevating and growing. We go from glory to glory. Well, God give us promotion. We don't go down. We go up from glory to glory to glory. Because when He created us to be what happened? Oh, there you go.
sorry.
Oh,
Oh,
oh.
sorry.
but but created us to be awesome. He created us to be very, very talented. You know what I'm saying? And utilize your gift, because everybody got to tap into their gift and live a fulfilling life. I remember years ago when I was at a youth conference back in my hometown, not a youth conference, a men's conference in Mobile, Alabama. And this a guy at the time, he was a young entrepreneur at the time. And he said he wanted to die empty. When he said die empty, he wanted to make sure that he utilized every gift that God gave him before he transitioned over to the next life. And that's how we need to get that mindset. We need to make sure we're utilizing everything while we're alive, while he still got breath in our bodies. And I'm telling you, man, you gotta start getting pissed off for greatness. You gotta start getting pissed off for greatness, and you gotta stand 10 toes down, stand on business. Don't give a damn who gonna walk with you, not gonna walk with you, who gonna talk about you. Damn those people, damn everything they're doing. Because at the end of the day, God has a plan for your life. At the end of the day, as long as you and God, damn what man say, forget what man say. Because man can't put you nowhere. All the man can do is talk about you. But
Yo,
what God got for you is for you. And you keep walking with God, keep walking with him, keep seeking him. Keep seeking him. You know what I'm saying? And just live life. Because at the end of the day, they laugh now. But at the end of the day, they're going to come ask you questions. They want to come get advice from you. But then you laughed and you mocked me and you thought I wasn't going to make it. But you made it, right?
Yeah. Now check this out. You said a lot of things that I'm like, oh man, here. First of all, when I'm at work, if I got anything relatively coming up within 3 weeks, so while I'm at work overnight, while I'm working, I'm going over whatever poem it is. It looked like I'm walking and talking to myself, but I don't care.
Oh, Jesus, talk to themselves.
yep.
Look, for those that know, and they get closer to me, they're like, "Oh no, she said whatever it is, I'm going over, and I'm going over, and I'm going over." And especially like if they really make me mad, it just makes me dive deeper into whatever it is. So I'll be like, okay. And then they get mad because they didn't piss you off the way they thought they was gonna piss you off. Because I'm still doing what I was doing before you call yourself getting under my skin. So okay, you do you, but I still gotta, at the end of the day, I still gotta be myself. Even though you feeling some type of way, you stay over there with that. And side note, I had this boss. I used to work at CBS overnight, right? Manager.
Mm-hmm.
My cousin, before I clocked in, right outside of Dallas, I think it's Alexandria or something like that, he calls me. And he's funny the way he talk. He remind me of because he plays in jazz bands. He always had this snappy talk when he talk. He's one of my older cousins. Look, he said, cousin, what you doing? I'm like, about to go to work. He always sound like I don't know. When he talk, he always had this beat to him. Cousin, what you doing? I was like, I'm about to clock into work. He's like, I need 5 minutes of your time. First of all, you could have made me late. And I go, okay, but if he called me at this time, it's important. So I was like, okay, what's up? He said, God told me to tell you, you made something temporary permanent. And I go, huh? You were not supposed to be at CBS for no 7 years. You have overstayed your welcome. Let me tell you something that collaborates with that. When this new manager came in, she wanted all her people, right? I didn't even know what she looked like. The day that they had the meeting when they were going to introduce her to everybody, she passed me in the store when I was vacuuming. Guess what I heard? What? Both of us can't dwell here. She never opened her mouth. She never opened her mouth. She didn't even know who I was.
She said what? Hold up. She said what?
We cannot both dwell here, is what it said to me.
Oh, wow.
It's 5:30 in the morning. It ain't no rush in that store. So I'm looking around. I heard it.
Who the hell you talking to, girl?
Clear as day, like we're having this conversation. We cannot both dwell here.
Wow. And she didn't even know you. She was new.
Didn't know me, had never said nothing to me. All she did was pass me.
I feel you though. I feel you. You know what though? I will say this here. At least she gave you the type of respect to tell you when she didn't know you versus the type that would be a snake, know you, try to befriend you, and try to fuck you over at the end. Because but like,
I had to go to human resources on her because just like it told that spirit.
Hey, hold on. Hey, hold on. That sounds like somebody. It sounds like hey, you say human resource.
Because literally, when
it sounds like somebody I know who do. It sounds like somebody I know do that.
No, because literally every day.
No, I know somebody who do that.
What?
I know somebody who do that.
Do what?
Go to human resource. They will go to human resource.
I'll go to human resources.
I'm talking about her.
I'll go.
No, she would literally because I left at a certain time in the morning. She would literally come in 15 minutes before I left and harass me every morning. It would always be something. There's a problem. Wow. Is there an issue with that? I mean, I literally be holding back from yelling at her because she literally got in my face in front of the customer. She was trying to get me to blow my top so she could fire me. And I was like, okay, Denise. And I was like, what is she was like, well, such. I'm like, this is done. She literally would make us do tasks and I would do it. Basically, I would do it so well, she found a problem with it every time. But I wanted it done this way. But I did what you told me to do.
But that's what happens when they really want you out of there. They're gonna get you out of there. Yes, it doesn't matter what you do. You can do all the right things. You can do the wrong thing. They're gonna find a way. It doesn't matter. It doesn't. I was just telling Ferman. I was telling him about a situation at work from a couple years ago. I was really cool with this. I had moved to a different department, and it was a department that had all senior officers. This was prior to me being a supervisor, prior to me knowing him. And it was a small department, but I already knew that small departments have a whole bunch of big, large issues, right?
Yeah.
Have a lot of issues. So, what happened was, it drives me crazy. I gotta drink something. This isn't alcohol. This is literally a soda. This is my soda. I gotta drink the soda because it pisses me off every time. Supervisor did not like my partner, but I literally was the first person to fall in that position. So I was tasked with a lot of responsibilities, like creating the program, creating a lot of things, right? My partner came on later. To be perfectly honest, I did not need any help, but I was never going to be like, oh, this person can't move up because I'm over here. I'm not like that. I like the fact that people have the opportunity to, move up, do things that they want to. They deserve it. So I've never been that type of person. And so I'll never forget, I was pulled into the office. And I could tell, I was like, I don't like, it was a bad feeling. It was bad energy. I was like, why are they calling me in here? And they wanted to talk about my partner. And it was because I took off. I took off for like a vacation, right? It was 2 weeks. And they had a problem with how my partner was doing things. I was like, well, when I came back, he did everything the way we were doing it. So I figured they were fucking with him. They were fucking with that man. It wasn't that he wasn't doing it. It was just that they did not like him. They wanted him out. And my supervisor at the time, who was really my friend at the time, was like, you can't do all the work. You can't, she looked at me like, you can't do all the work. I was like, I've never had anybody complain about me doing like a lot of work. Like, what the hell? You don't want me to do no work? I mean, I'm scratching my head like, huh? And they was like, no, you can't do all the work. He got to do some work too. He has to do some work. And so I was like, okay. I said, but we do separate our work. I have specific tasks. He has specific tasks, and that's it. That lady said, look, you can either, I want you to write down everything that he does. Don't let him drag you under the bus with him. And when she said that, I knew right then and there. I was like, y'all are trying to use me to get this man removed from this position. And I refused, which caused so much chaos. I ended up leaving, not because, they were like, you're going to go, but I had to go because my temper was not great. Like, I got some anger management issues that I had to control back in the day, because the kind of work that we do will definitely put you in that frame of mind. It really will. It really will. When you deal with people who are angry because they are being held, and some of them definitely need to be held, but some of them don't. You're not going to have a great day every day. Let's just put it that way. You might have one good day out of the whole week. So when you have that type of energy on you every day, you're bound to have a lot of anger. You question people, whether or not they're scheming against you, whether or not you can trust them. It creates a lot of psychological problems. And that's something that isn't talked about a lot when it comes to law enforcement. Um, there's a lot of officers that are crazy. Like, seriously. I'll never forget somebody said, you got to be crazy. You got to be a little crazy in order to be in law enforcement. And I thought about that. I was like, huh? No, that's not true. That's not true. But no, they were right. They were right. You kind of do, because you have to kind of relate to a lot of situations that are not normal. They are not within the means of norm. So I definitely get you when people are out to get you. It doesn't matter what you do. They're going to try to get you regardless. You can be the worst employee or the best employee. It doesn't matter. They're going to try to get you.
Yep.
And that's why I'm doing my podcast with my brother right here, Ferman.
Let's go.
Yes. And we are trying to make our own way. And hopefully this year it comes into fruition. Like, look, I had told this man, what was it, 2 weeks ago? I said, oh no, we're going to do it. We going to, yes. I said, I feel it. Trust me.
Hey, it's all nothing. It's all for nothing. So, oh yeah, but it's great. It really is great. And I know it seems like we coming to it here. I hear a lot of word about anger, and they keep coming up a lot. Anger, and I know you mentioned something about anger.
Yeah.
How did you always? Cause I know when the Bible said, "Be angry and sin not." It's okay to be angry, but we don't want that anger to turn into sin. We do something later to regret later on. So, how did you challenge all that? I know you said you did a lot of activities, so that kept you challenge your anger and stuff like that. What would you tell an individual who has anger issues? What would you tell someone who has not learned how to keep it in check? Because I know they have anger management classes and stuff, but what advice would you give someone who
especially
is
when you're looking for your goals? Sorry, Ferman.
No, you good. You good. This is a conversation. This is how we flow. Go ahead.
Yeah.
I was about to say, find a positive outlet that you like to do, because it won't seem like a job. It won't seem like a chore, because you like to do it anyway. Whether it's puzzles, whether it's word finds, whether it's playing basketball, whether it's working out. Find something that you would find some type of joy in. It will release that extra, because I noticed when I stopped going to the gym as much, I built up a little bit more anger dealing with that job. So I'm like, all right, I gotta get back on my P's and Q's, because I'm allowing them to dictate how I respond. And that ain't good for nobody.
Yeah.
That ain't good for nobody. I mean, I actually get a headache and a temperature when I get really ticked off. That's not good for nobody, because I'm not in control anymore. And it's been that way. It just grown since I become an adult. So, I mean, I actually had a counseling session some years ago about that. It was like, your Hulk is not, because I always call it a mini Hulk. But I actually went to I used to go to this church meeting on Saturdays. It was once a month, ladies meeting. And the lady told me, she was like, oh, it's big. I'm looking at her like, what's big? She just started talking. And I was looking around, I'm like, it's only like 6 of us in here. What's big? So I didn't say anything. I just kind of blew it off. And she was like, you.
Your presence.
African. And I was like, are you talking to me? And she was like, yes. She was like, you toil between letting it go and getting it to God, because you've been handling it for so long, but you don't realize it's been out of your control for a while.
Oh, wow. Ooh, that's powerful, girl. Please tell me you done wrote something on that.
Let me tell you something. And I knew she was right, because for the first time, my kids saw me have road rage, and it was like 2 days before. And when she said that, I was like, shut the front, back, door, side window. Okay. I was like, okay. And she said, it is over 12 feet tall now. It's giving me chills talking. She said, it's over 12 feet tall now. It's been out of your control.
Yeah.
It's been out of your control. It's been bigger than you for a while.
It's something about kids calling you out because they're so innocent. It's something about that. It just make you just be like, what?
Well, when
It really makes you
my
think.
kids saw that, and then when I went to a meeting, it just confirmed what sometimes you know something, but you really don't want to admit it to yourself. Like,
Yeah.
oh, I got it. I mean, I'm big dog. I'm big dog. If ain't nobody else got it, Denise got it. Because Denise done had it for a long time. But when you've been carrying people's issues on your shoulders since you was 11 and 12,
Oh,
and it just
Denise,
keep building,
baby, we twins. No, we twins, Denise.
When
Ferman, I'm sorry, you my brother, but that's my twin right there.
when you've been holding on to people's secrets just so they won't be mad at you, just so they won't be mad at you. You've been holding on to their secrets, though it's against you. You've been holding on to their secrets because you actually love these people. And you know, if that secret get out, it will crush them. But guess what? They weren't thinking about that when they was doing it against you.
That's a burden, man. That's such a burden at such a young age.
I actually finished it, but I might have to go touch upon it. I finished my autobiography maybe 3 years ago. And in that, working overnight, God had me working in his booth. I used to work in a medical center. He gave me a specific time, and he said, he took me back to what a minister told me a few years before. This minister pulled me to the side, right? And he said, you're not meant, you're good at poetry, but you have another book in you that's not about poetry. You know me, I'm just like, it's right after service. I'm like, okay. You respect the man of God. You just like, okay. But I was like, okay, I just pushed it to the side, grain of salt. I heard him, but I didn't hear him. There's a difference. You can hear something, but not hear it. You didn't let it marinate. You just heard it, went in, okay, whatever. He took me back to that moment because when the minister was talking to me, he said, I see you as a child picking flowers. He told me what color dress I had on. He told me about the age I was. I knew exactly what he was talking about. I was standing in my great-grandmother's yard. And I used to pick them little flowers, you know, they're the white ball when you blow them.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I used to pick those out of her yard. He told me I was wearing a yellow dress and I had to be about 7 years old. He said, there's a lot of things that happen between 7 and 12. And I was like, shut. Okay. But I couldn't let him have that moment. I was just listening. I was listening. And he told me, I know it hurts to remember, but you got to remember. Now, 3-4 years later, in that booth, God said, now it's time to remember. Oh, I cried. Oh, I was writing.
You know, if he let it go.
Writing, crying. He said, because you carry too much. You've been too strong for everybody else. You have to be strong enough to love you to release it. That was hard for me. I'm used to compartmentalizing stuff and leave it. Stack it, leave it. Stack and leave it. Because I don't have time to deal with that. I don't have time to be broke down because they need me. They need me. They need me. I don't have time to deal with that right now. He said, no, guess what? Big dog, big draws. Time to deal with that.
You don't have to deal with it. Yeah, because compartmentalizing, it's okay in the short term, but after a while, especially depending on what it is, it's going to blow up on you. It's going to blow up on you.
Yes,
and it's going to affect everything.
He told me out loud, the ones that were supposed to love on you and be there for you, they use your love against you.
Wow.
But that's, it's so crazy because I hate that because people love to talk about how, and I don't know if this was your situation, but how family is so important, but family will literally use you up and spit you out. They will use you up and spit you out and use this blood tie as, well, hey, we're family. Okay, well, did you not think that I deserve to be treated like family? Because family in my eyes means unconditional. That love that I never have to worry about that will hurt me. But yet it did. And then there's no remorse from it. So, how do you move on from that? I'm so glad you found that outlet that you did, Denise, because it was very important to do so, because there are so many women, and there were so many women that I spoke with while working for the sheriff's department, especially in corrections, that were not able to handle that. And I think that women are expected to endure so much in marriage, at the workplace, in friendships and relationships. They're expected to be against one another because they have been taught to compete with one another. They are expected to be. You're only a good wife if you're expected to go through hell and still stay. You're only a good girlfriend if you do the same. You're only a good coworker if you're able to be obedient. But don't, you can show compassion, but not too much. You can dress nice, but not too sexy. You know what I'm saying? You can do so many things, but not too much. You can think of yourself as great, but not too great. Then you'll be too conceited within yourself. There are so many things that women have to go through, and that women have to endure, that a lot of people don't realize. But we as women, we know, because we had to endure it our whole lives. I'll never forget a young lady that I knew at work. A lot of people think that she's a beautiful woman. I think she's a beautiful woman. She's had some work done. I didn't think she needed it at all. She's a beautiful woman, but her self-esteem was so low that she thought she needed to change. And I remember, and I think I would never mention the name, but I remember this person told me she always felt like an ugly duckling. And I was like, what? Baby, you are beautiful. What the hell? She's like, I always felt that kid. And I was like, no, you're beautiful. And you just don't know how beautiful you are. But you can tell how much that really messed up her mind because of the things that she does. The things that she has allowed to, she's allowed herself to do. So, it's unfortunate that there are so many women out there. And I'm not excluding men. I can only speak from a woman's point of view, of course, because I'm a woman. I'm not a man. Ferman, that'll be for you to do. So that'll be for you to do, not for me.
Well, as long as you ain't got no Adam's apple, you good.
Well, hold on. Let me see.
Yeah, as long as you ain't got no Adam's apple, you good.
But yeah, no, I can just say, it's unfortunate that there are a lot of women that do not know how to use other outlets to kind of curb that pain and that trauma. And I hate when people use their trauma against them, particularly when they want to set boundaries and when they want to say, hey, you know what? I choose not to deal with this crap anymore. I don't want to deal with that shit. And I don't think I should deal with it. Like, forget about that. No, I'm not going to do that. No. And then they be like, well, don't blame me for, your trauma or whatever. It's just like, no, that's not it. It's just a lot of things out there that are against women during this patriarchy here in America. So it's so good that you found an outlet, because a lot of women could use that. Which brings me to my next question, though. What suggestions do you have for young writers or people that want to publish their autobiography or publish their writings? Like, how would one get started when doing so? Because a lot of people hear about people doing it, but they don't know where to start. So how would you start? What do you need to do
to publish?
Yes.
Okay. So I researched all the publishers in my area. You can just type in publisher. I did that the first time too. And then I was like, okay, it was put on my heart to find somebody locally. And then you do your research on that, and I end up finding a publisher who's actually a poet too, and she's actually written stuff too to publish this last book. So I would say let God lead you, because he only brought me to her. I had never heard of her. Well, no, I heard of her, but I didn't know that she published. I would say that, because we actually performed like twice before, but I didn't know that that's what she did. And in my quest of talking to God about it, you know, it being on my heart, like, okay, it's time to do this number 3. And then I think she posted something about that's something she did, and I was like, okay, oh, it's right there in front of me. It's right there in front of me. So I put it out there to God to help me find, because I was like, okay, the last publisher I had ended up getting sued because they wasn't giving people their royalties. So,
wow.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, because royalties is a big thing. It's a huge thing.
Yeah, Tate Publishing. So they actually got sued by the courts. So I'm just like, okay, I'm not trying to go through that. And I'm not trying to pick somebody like, oh, they look like they can do it. I'm not trying to do that either. I want to be business savvy. So, all right, God, what you got for me? What you got for me? So that's how I end up choosing that. But I mean, and that way I could reach out and touch her if I needed to. I didn't want a publisher I would have to get on the plane to go see. If something's going wrong and I feel like we need to have that conversation, I don't want it to always be on the phone. I want it to be where we can set up a meeting, and it won't take too much of your time. It won't take too much of my time, so we can have it face to face, and I can be like yay or nay. I don't want everything for us to just be vocally. No, I need to see the pupils of your eyes.
It makes a difference. It makes a big old difference from when you talking to a person on the phone versus when you able to see them eye to eye. Because you're able to see, look, their intentions. I don't know. I feel like that. Like you're able to see a person's intentions when you're facing them straight on.
Right.
Like, I don't know. And I think for some people, God will give you that gift to see people's intentions. Yeah. It's up to you whether or not you should use it or not, you know? Right. Because a lot of people will see that the intentions of that person is to use them and still will allow them to do it. So, you know, that gift is it's precious, and you got to learn how to use it. You know, I'm a person that likes to share information. I don't mind. I will give all types of information. And I'm a very networky type of person. I network with everybody. And I'm just like, I'll meet a stranger off the street and be like, hey, yo, if you're looking for a job or whatever, here, go ahead and use my name as a reference. And it actually happened. Actually, it's happened so many times where I have introduced them to human resources when I was at the sheriff's department. And I'm like, hey, I made a phone call on their behalf. Hey, can you look at their application and see if they qualify? So, you know, there were a lot of people that I was able to help. So when it comes to networking, I think that's so important. And seeing them face to face is when I tell you that is so important, that is so important. You're absolutely correct. But you know what's so crazy? I didn't realize, and that's new information for me. I guess because I'm still having this whole thought process of Dallas isn't being as what it is today, because Dallas is a thriving city. And I didn't realize how many publishers there were in Dallas, Texas. You know what I'm saying? So, or within the surrounding areas, Dallas, Austin, Houston. You know, the whole area, or the major cities are. I just never knew that. So, that's new. That is new to me, and I'm so glad that you shared that. Thank you, because that's just another piece of information. Because you never get too old to learn things. Okay, you're gonna learn things on a daily basis. So thank you for sharing that. I really appreciate that for sure. Because there are a lot of people that I know specifically that will love to get out there and share the things that's on their mind, but they don't know where to start. They don't know where to begin. I didn't know anything about how to do the working behind this podcast until my good brother right here, Ferman, you know, he explained a lot of things to me. You know, that was something that I've always thought about, but I just didn't. I don't know. I just never really knew how to actually just, or what I needed to do to obtain that goal. So it's so important to be able to network with different people and align yourself, like Ferman said earlier, align yourself with people with like goals and people that want to see you succeed. You
Yeah,
know,
motivate. Yeah, motivating, inspiring, visionaries, go getters. Them type of people that keeps you going, that keeps you
yeah,
reaching low to the next level.
yeah,
And you mentioned something about learning. Learning is cool. You should always want to learn. We here to evolve. We here to grow, and we here to become, as they say, the better version of ourselves.
yeah,
But the most important thing is living life to the fullest. Long we got breath in our bodies, long our heart is pumping our blood, we still got work to do, and we still gotta make an impact no matter where we go. And sky's the limit. I'm excited. I'm excited for the journey ahead. And you are married, right? Denise, you married. You mentioned you married. Um, that's another thing too, having that support system. And I know
oh
when you with your husband, your wife. Like I said, I do believe in marriage. I believe I'm not married, but I do believe that marriage can be very successful. It takes two willing people, but also inspiring each other to reach our goal. Yeah, even though we have together goals, but we also have individual goals. And I know
and
that
not losing
support
yourself.
system.
Yes,
We say, I don't know.
not losing yourself within the marriage is so important.
Yeah,
Making sure
yeah.
that you maintain your goal. Like I'm just pretty much just agreeing with what you're saying. Yeah,
Yeah,
basically.
yeah, but having that support system. I know I had a guy. He was on the other show. He was about probably like 2 years ago, and it was a couple. They was married, and his wife wanted to go back to school. And you know what his response was? Okay, babe, let's sit down and plan it.
Mm,
That was the response. He said, okay, babe, let's sit down and let's plan it.
that's
He
good.
took lead. He gave it here. He didn't belittle her. He didn't tear her down. He didn't say, oh, we can't do that right now. He said, okay, babe, we're gonna sit down and we're gonna put a plan together.
Yes.
Yeah,
That's kind of
that's
stuff that I
good.
like. I already know when I get married, I'm gonna be an awesome husband. I always say I'm gonna be a husband that got swagger. I'm gonna be having. No, I already say to myself anyway. She thought they viewed as they were, but you want them to be inspired. It's like, babe, I want you to be great. And husbands, I'm not a husband. Husband, release that greatness in your wife. That's what you're supposed to do as men. Especially the Bible tells us that we put the wash out with the word. In other words, you build your wife up. You tell your wife she's great, she's phenomenal, she's gonna do great things. That's what you do. Release her. That make sense? I know some people probably look at that saying, "Oh man, you talking that's gibberish."
No, that's absolutely correct. No,
Oh hey,
that's true
I heard
because
in the background.
what he say? What he say?
You said preach, brother. Yeah, because that's what men do. We ought to speak live. I'm not married, but I'm just saying we ought to speak life into y'all.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
because that
saying? We ought
woman
to
will
raise y'all
expect to
up.
love you the same way and be your helpmate in return when you do what
Oh man, go ahead.
what she's supposed to be. She's supposed to be your helpmate. She's supposed to be that person for you. You guys are supposed to be a team. And when a woman see that you are like that, oh trust me, she's gonna give you exactly what you're giving her in return. That safety, that love, that for women, that's what I think. That personally,
Yeah,
some other women might not think so, but as far as I'm concerned, that's what I feel like. Once you get that, hey, they will be willing to do what it takes in a marriage to make it successful. Once they see that
and
their
then
husband doing the same.
and also fellas to the fellas. I know the Bible said, the wife is to help me, right? And to the fellas, listen to your lady. You know what I'm saying? She knows best. We don't see a lot of things at times. And I'm just gonna be honest with you. But God still gave you a voice as well. And it's up to us to humble ourselves as men and say, hey, my wife is not here to hurt me. She's here to help me. And she wants you to be great. You know what I'm saying? So what the world does, this whole world talk about 50-50, who bring what to the table, all the other great, that's they stuff. But
Yeah.
when you on this side and when you on God's side and y'all building your empire together. Y'all building your kingdom
Yeah.
together.
Right.
It's me and you against
Against
the
the world.
world. It's
Yeah.
not me, you, and the world. It's me and you against the world. We have each other's back. Another thing, if your wife or husband confide in you, y'all keep that stuff to yourself too. Don't be no talebearer. You know that's a sin, right? Talebearer is a sin.
Oop.
But when y'all have each other back, look out for your wife. Fellas, look out for your wife. Don't let nobody mistreat your wife. Don't let nobody belittle your wife. You look out for your wife. The Bible says you got to leave your father and mother and cleave to your wife. In other words, you and your wife have a new legacy. You have a new assignment. You have a new family that you have to build. Keep each other covered too.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of women complain about that. Um, don't talk bad about your wife, man. Do not talk bad about your wife. Please don't do that. It's gonna get bad too. But don't talk bad about your wife. Like Kevin Gates said, "Whom I love, I don't discuss." That's how you gotta say it.
Yeah.
Whom I love, I don't discuss. To the fellas, when it comes to your wife, and I don't know why I'm saying this. I don't know who need to hear this. But when they want to say something about your wife, you tell them whom I love, I don't discuss. And I know my
Mhm.
wife. So if you disrespect her, you disrespect me, and I have to remove myself from the premises.
Yeah. And that is true. I completely agree with you. Anybody that chooses to speak ill in front of a partner, like say for instance, if I sit there and allow my friend to talk ill of my husband, and like my husband, we're together, we're happy in my home, or whatever the case may be, right? You're disrespecting me, and that's
Right.
how I feel about it. Like, no, hell no, no, and
Look out for each other.
I expect the same thing in return. And I wanted to mention something since we were, you had mentioned that, um, and this kind of goes back to being able to support each other's dreams.
Oh yeah, that's
Um,
important.
yeah, supporting each other's dreams. So your husband, Denise, being able to support you through your journey with writing and your poetry and all of that, that's so important, because there's nothing worse than a resentful spouse that feels like their spouse or their significant other have not supported them.
Right.
There's nothing worse. It will create so many problems. I used to think that the thing that could ruin a marriage, my top two would be financial and infidelity, right?
Right.
But it
Right.
goes beyond that. It
It
goes
does.
beyond that.
It
Oh
does.
yeah, it goes beyond that for sure. Because, I've been married for shit. Hold on, hold on. Look, I know men usually do this, but wait a minute. I don't know. I've been with him since I was 18. Oh God, look, he don't know either. Okay, look, we just saying he don't know either. But we got married our seventh year, and the one thing that I always used to like even throughout those years, throughout our decade of being married, he's always like tell me and encourage me, um no, you can do whatever you want. You're super smart, and you have the ability to succeed and do whatever you want. And when I tell you, that made me feel so freaking good. It made me feel so good because I knew that I could always count on him to make me feel that way, and that's what made me really respect him. um eh, but when you lose that type of thing, and I'm just speaking hypothetically, when you lose that, when a person does not support you, that starts to create resentment in the other person.
Right.
um so you have to be careful with that. So that's why it's always a blessing when you have somebody on your side that you are with, who wants to see you do well, who will support you, because it's nothing more precious than that. It's nothing more precious than that. And that's how you kind of know, hey, you know what? God has put this person in my life for a good reason. But it
Yeah.
also, I will say this here. even though we're speaking on spouses and stuff like that, friendships are the same way. Um, I believe that there is no friendship that is beyond your marriage, but I also believe that when you have friendships or when you are in a friendship, um, they're supposed to be able to, if it's a real friendship, they will respect and they'll do the same thing. They will support you. And there are a lot of people out there that don't have your best interests at heart. So,
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
like as you spoke earlier, Denise, about people who did not, who was like, you were doing too much. No, you're not doing it too much. Maybe you weren't doing it enough, and you knew it. You knew you needed to do more. Because I'm like, no, because it's work. It's work. And when you have so much material, you're able to do so much more. And, that only helps you at the end of the day. And that's why I say, choose your people that you put around you, like you
Your
said, Ferman.
tribe.
Yes, you got to
Your
choose them
tribe.
wisely. Yes. And that's
Your
why, hey,
tribe.
yes, you got to choose them wisely. That's why I say you being in my life, Ferman, is a blessing because you have always been supportive and always been respectful of what we are trying to do. So, and that's so important. That's why we choose guests to be on our podcast. And that's one of the main reasons why I did not mind doing the podcast with you because I feel like God has favor over this whole thing because the guests that are on the shows are people that within our community that have so much to offer, and it needs to be put out there. Denise, you have so much to offer because when you can touch a person with your words, that is really hard to do. That is really hard to do. So always stick with your word. Don't let nobody tear you down. You keep on doing what you are doing. Before you know it, ma'am, you're gonna be on New York's best-selling authors and all that good old stuff. I'm telling you,
Yeah.
you got
And what I want to say too, also, Larissa, and I want to piggyback on what you were saying. Also, man, when I say speak those things, people say, "Well, write that stuff down. Write
yeah,
it down now." You write that I am a New York Times best-selling author. You write that I am a #1 bookseller. You write these things down now, and you
yep,
speak those things, be those they were, and that's what you say. Don't say I hope. Don't say one day. Say it now
Right.
yep.
and go and get it in your subconscious mind and get it in your spirit.
You gotta pump
Speak
your
those
stuff up.
right.
Yeah.
Because we got a great talk about this too on the show after a while.
Sunday, we
Affirmations
can talk about that.
and taking that blank canva, Larissa, taking that blank canva and create your life.
Yeah.
And create your life. And the things we went through in life, yeah, they taught us some things, but you have a new start in life.
Mm-hmm.
So take that blank canva, they go for me too, and create what you want. We are creative beings. We're awesome human beings. You're
Yes.
fearfully and wonderfully made. You're the apple in God's eye.
Yeah.
And I love greatness. I really do. And like I said, I know, God put law in my life for a reason, and I'm very thankful for that. We got a comment too in the comment section. Okay,
Ooh,
Mo
listen.
word, Pastor T,
That's the
Mo
thing.
word. Appreciate you. Thank you for coming in as well. So love it. Write that stuff down, Denise. Just write. I'm a New York Times bestselling author. Then
Mm-hmm.
write that stuff down and speak those things of be those they were.
Yes, yes. And don't be
And like,
afraid to take risk, by the way. Don't be afraid to take risk. Because when we don't she said hi sis.
Oh, she was at the secure your bag event too.
What?
okay, awesome.
Oh hi. Well hi. Hi again.
Mhm.
But look, I'm telling you, we have to be able to take those risks. But first, like we've been talking about, you have to definitely pray and ask God, hey, is this for me? Because I always ask God, if it's for me, let it be. If it's not for me, block it. Block it. I don't want no parts of it. But sometimes, you know what? Even the situation I was telling you earlier about that job situation, I asked him the same thing. And then I asked him again. I said, God, you allowed this to happen. What happened? And I
You know what he
realized,
said?
hey, Zay, thank you for timing. Thank you for chiming in, Zay. She's been a loyal one. Hi.
And you know what he said, Larissa? You
Mm,
know what he said? He said you can't go yet
no,
because it's
yes.
a young man that's coming to Dallas from Mobile, Alabama,
Ooh,
December 18th of December of 2020 that he wants
Yeah,
you to cross paths with.
I know that's right.
That I just want to throw that out there. They're like, why I can't go yet? Because it's a young man that's coming to Dallas. That's what I want you to connect with.
Yes, and we did, because I believe that we are meant to cross paths with everybody at some point in our lives. And that's why, the secure the bag, that was great, and that was great information. I think that we as a community, as far as Black community, really need to focus especially on our money and our finances and things that will build us up. So what she did a wonderful job.
yes, she did. Yes,
But
she
she
did.
did it even more. She even did a better job by inviting you, madam, because
Ooh,
you really caught my attention. Okay, so I'm
thank
gonna
you.
take you on to that because you really caught my attention. And I was like, I was like, Ferman, yo, we gotta have her on there because a lot of people don't catch my attention. Like, that's just who I am. I'm sorry, I'm a strong-headed type of person, and yeah, it doesn't. It takes a lot. So I, you reminded me of something that you had said when you spoke on your poem, or within your poem Hungry. You reminded me of things that I thought about myself. So that's why I preached earlier about the things that people say, especially when it comes to public speaking. And I think you would be great at public speaking. Maybe you need to consider that as well.
Oh, baby, that's already on the list, auntie.
Oh shit! Okay, okay. So wait. Before we move any further, hey, okay. So hold on. Before we move any further, let me say. So Zay is saying, how are y'all doing? So Zay, this is Denise Sanders.
Hey,
Denise
Zay.
Sanders. Yes, and I know Zay. Um, I looked up some of the stuff that Zay does. And I did want to mention, Zay, if you want to put in your comment, she has a huge following on Twitch. She is a gamer.
Okay.
So put your stuff in there, Zay, because I got a chance to talk to her. Put your stuff on there because we want to promote our Black influencers, our Black writers, our Black community leaders, because we don't feel like that is it's not done enough. So
Right.
Zay, put all your info in there, okay? And she raps, or she rapped at one time, and I saw some of her rhyme, because when you think about it, hip hop rhymes is like poetry.
It is
And when I
indeed.
tell you this girl was so good, I was like, whoa. So Zay, if you are not embarrassed to do it, put your info in there, and and we will definitely share it. We will definitely share it. Okay,
Oh,
it's your girl Zay. Okay, so we're
uh,
gonna show that right there.
yeah, she did. And also, for going further on on the Instagram side, we want to give a big shout out to Nancy out of Miami that's tuned in. Big shout out to Tiffany that tuning in. Also, big shout out to Desiree that tuned in. She said, "Great job, everyone on the Instagram side." So, big shout out to our followers
Thank
that are
y'all.
doing all this on Instagram as well. So, big shout out to those as well who always want to acknowledge the people who supporting the brand, supporting the platform, always
Yes,
wanting to acknowledge them because I'm the ones who are tuning in, who took time out their schedule to hang out with us here on the podcast. So we want to acknowledge y'all. So y'all go ahead and make sure y'all following um X. How you pronounce it? Hey, I'm bad at. I'm saying Miss X.
Zay.
Zay.
It's Zay.
Zay.
Yeah.
Forgive me, Zay. I want to make sure. Okay, well, I just want to make sure I want to butcher no name. So y'all make sure y'all follow Zay on Twitch as well. Also, y'all make sure y'all go ahead and follow her. So big shout out to her. Big shout out to Miss T as well. That was in the comment section. So big shout out to y'all, and thank y'all for hanging out with me and Laresa on this great Wednesday evening. So we want to acknowledge y'all. Thank y'all.
And we will be leading y'all and leaving this podcast with Miss Sanders. Hopefully, are you prepared? Are you ready to give?
Oh yeah. I'm no,
So we're
not
gonna
go
put
off the dome, but I think people need to hear this one. It's called Apologize.
Okay, hold on. Let me put you in there. Hold on. Uh-oh, crap. I think I lost her. Did I? What did I do?
She's still. Oh, she right there.
Oh, as a state. Okay, so wait. I want her in fourth.
Oh, I got it. Oh,
yeah.
Oh, you talking about right here? Here you go.
Okay, there we go.
Okay, first we'll start by it's on Amazon, people. It's on Amazon. Page 65 is called Apologize. For all of those times that I was too vain to notice your shattered pieces because of my focus. To have the power to hold your mirror without your essence of glass and still look past all of the broken parts. Just worlds apart. Shards of edges prickling my finger to see my blood, to avoid the awkward realization of yours spilled all over the floor. Needing more of me. Playing tug of war with the hole on the inside of me. And sometimes life makes it hard to choose whose wounds are deeper. Stitch per stitch. Do I dim my light to tend to your burden? But baby was hurting. Dyslexic enzymes climb my pride, creating exertion. Exhaustion equals time lost. Should have remembered you were broken. But such things were never spoken. Now we're both open. Afflicted yet gifted. Shifting the atmosphere all around us.
My mommy has a new car.
Yet you bleed, leaving trails of you behind just to dry up with the dry air that we breathe. Selfish indeed. Do I cry for you? Embed myself into you to feel your hurt and resistance. To uplift the unaltered love woven on the inside. I don't know your incline, but for what I did notice, I just feel the need to apologize. Apologize.
Man, that's awesome. And that is awesome. Awesome sauce.
Yes. And can you show your book one more time, Miss Sanders? All right. So we got Love, Truth, and Satisfaction. The author is Denise Sanders. You can purchase the book on Amazon, right?
Yes.
And let's put it on here.
Go ahead. Go ahead. Like I said, while you doing that, we're gonna take a quick commercial break, and then we're gonna time right back in.
All right.
Just living the best of my life. Same thing. Spend time, educate your mind one time. Yeah, I'm on that. Yeah, we on that. Yeah, I'm on that. Yeah, we on that. I'm on that same thing. Spend time, educate your mind one time. Yeah, I'm on that. Yeah, we on that. Yeah, I'm on that. Yeah, we on that. Yeah, what you know about that? Believe I receive, I ain't talking about the contact. Fall back. No, you know what? Let it in. Jesus says, and Gabe brought his own testament. Testify. I ain't never been a pedophile. Recognize my baby girl is my prize. No games, word is bond. And I've been working so hard. I just thank, oh Lord, that we made it thus far. And I got my prayers up that the troops come home. I can feel your energy even through these broken walls. And I got my prayers up that the troops come home. I can feel your energy even through these broken walls. Same thing. Spend time, educate your mind one time. Yeah, I'm on that. Yeah, we on that. Yeah, I'm on that. Yeah, we on that. I'm on that same thing. Spend time, educate your mind one time. Yeah, I'm on that. Yeah, we on that. Yeah, I'm on that. Yeah, we on that. You gotta sacrificed, been working my whole life. But when I look back, he's been there my whole life. Love working on the inside, so. And for that news, looking and feeling brand new. Got a crew for the dollar sign. What's more loyal is they don't need to see a dollar sign to be there for you. Respect the wishes. And I got bills too, so respect is given. We about to take flight, secure precision. Anything you put your heart into, you can do. Had to run the numbers up when I showed the proofs. Just living the best of my life. Just living the best of my life. Same thing. Spend time, educate your mind one time. Yeah, I'm on that. Yeah, we on that. Man, I'm on that. Yeah, we on that. I'm on that same thing. Spend time, educate your mind one time. Yeah, I'm on that. Yeah, we on that. Yeah, I'm on that. Yeah, we on that. Yeah. Just living the best of my life. Just living the best of my life. Yeah.
Man, what's up? We're back here on the JustSayN Podcast. We're based out of the Dallas Fort Worth, Texas metropolitan area, along with Ferman Jackson Jr. I am him, along with my beautiful sister. She is her. Go ahead and introduce yourself again.
Laresa, aka Low, your girl Low.
And big shout out to Gabriel Willard. We are living our best life, and we also want to thank our guest Denise Sanders. She's a well-renowned book author, publisher, writer, spoken word, athlete. You name it, she does it all. So, wife, all of the great stuff. So, what's going on? What else Denise got going on? What is the next thing you want to accomplish, Denise?
I actually, like I said before, I actually am working on travel doing poetry. I've been to Louisiana first. I did Dallas, I did Louisiana. I tried to do a new city on my birthday. So,
Okay.
That's in February. So I try to make sure I do that. So, hit some cities up and see what's up. Get my name out there a little bit. So that's definitely will always be on the agenda.
Oh yeah, most definitely. Hey, it's all about business trips, right? So you go on business trips. Yeah, that's another thing I'm finna do. Now I'm finna start investing to me some travel luggage. I see a vision of this. I'm gonna start investing some travel luggage, preparing myself. When we start doing these traveling and doing these speaking engagements, I look forward to all that. Nice suits, business, all the other stuff. I look forward to that. So, yeah, you prepare this. You walk in it right now. So, book trips. I look forward to all that. It's gonna be fun. Just doing the work that God has for us to do. So I know we about to get it rounded up right low. We about to get it wrap things up, and I know we're gonna be back here Sunday. So I'm gonna pass it back over to Laresa. So Laresa, passing the mic back on to you. And
Okay. All right. So once again, everybody go check out Miss Sanders' book, Love, Truth, and Satisfaction. It can be found on I was trying to put it on the referral link. I just found it, but I'm having I guess I'm old. Call me old. But we will have it on. We will put it up, Miss Sanders. Don't worry about that. We will definitely put your referral link on there. Look, show another copy of your book if you don't mind.
No, it's all good.
All right, let me do the solo.
Everybody check this out. Love, Truth, and Satisfaction. The Denise Sanders Reeves. You can find it on Amazon. I found it on Amazon very easily. It is there. Don't forget, it is Prime Day, so it's your last day for Prime Day. So go ahead, check her out. Let's go ahead and get it. Okay, thank you so much for joining our podcast. We appreciate you. We loved what you had to say. Hey, I'm gonna get one. Don't worry about that. I'll get one.
Hey, so yeah, because you know what, we got to bring you back on here again. Because I'm gonna make a purchase too, and once we purchase your book, we want to be able to come and expound on it as well. Oh, it's happening. It's happening. It's happening. You know what I'm saying? So we love it. Once we get it, we want to be able to sit and expound on it and all of the great stuff. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what we all about. We all about taking these things to the next level. You see, we got music videos. That's another thing too. We're gonna start doing that too. If you have commercials, there's gonna be a fee. and we got to put the feet together because we want to be able to start making. It ain't all about the money. We want to start making money off what we do, right? So we love to start having commercials. You have to pay to have your commercial on here and stuff like that too. So that's in the works. So hey, help us out, help you out, So we're gonna be talking about that. So Laresa, we got a lot of things to talk about and discuss to take it to the next level.
Yes. Don't forget to tune in next this coming up Sunday. Look, the show is gonna be great. Like we have our weekday interviews with our lovely community, our great community. And don't forget, look, there are so many things that our Black community here in America contribute. And that's one thing that a lot of people try to erase. But guess what? We will never forget. We will never forget. Okay? Because we are those people. All right? And a lot of people want to deny it. They try to erase it. But you cannot. So, but hey, I hope everybody tune in to next Sunday. Sunday, we will have our weekly discussion. That is a discussion that we have between Ferman and I, to kind of like a recap of the week and a recap of things that that is trending, that is being talked about within the news. Last week we had a discussion on some relationship, loving yourself, and then prior to that we had a discussion about the recent situation that happened between the artist David and the body that was found in his vehicle. So those are the topics that we kind of talk about. Sports, hey, everything. Okay, there is nothing off the table. I know he's a Cowboy fan, people. I'm not.
Yeah. She a Steelers fan.
I am.
It's okay. That's okay. Hey, it's okay. It's okay.
Even though I'm friends, but I am.
I was being a Cowboys fan. Hey, I always will be. That just me. I've been a Cowboy fan since I grew up in Mobile, Alabama. Let me tell you about that, man. When I grew up in Mobile, and this when the Cowboys win his championship, I was like, man, this the only team that win 2 Bowls back to back. And I became a fan since then. When I was a child growing up in Mobile, I became a fan. Because at the time, in the 90s, the 2 dominant teams, either the 49ers or the Cowboys. So you had some people run with the 49ers. I was going with the Cowboys. Like I said, they were winning championships every year, and that's why I became a fan of them. So I still fan them to this day, and I go to the game sometimes too. But I mean, I'm about having life, and I'm gonna say when I first moved to somebody put a comment in the comment section. Who is this? You know what that is?
Lala.
Let's see.
Cool topics. Big shout out to you.
Oh, hi, Lala. She was with and Misha. Hey. She said, "Go to."
Oh, it's Bree. Bree. I'm Bree.
Yes, it's Bree. Oh, these are our loyal listeners, but who have tuned in to
somebody said something too.
Sunflower.
Oh, somebody said something too. Somebody got a comment for you too. Along the comment section.
I see it, Lala.
No, this one right here. This is for you.
Oh, what was it?
Go to Pittsburgh, Lo. I'm a Cowboy fan too.
Ooh.
You know what? Who is that? Misha. Oh, okay, Misha F.
So
like
then,
look, don't be hating on my Pittsburgh. Don't be hating on my Pittsburgh because the Cowboys ain't winning.
Now look, I love everybody in the team they both. I'm actually a Cowboys fan too. Sorry, Lo.
Oh Lord, look, it's I gotta stand on my own.
But hey,
sometimes as Cowboys fans, we have the area because at my job it ain't nothing but it's like 80% Texans fans. So I gotta hold my ground.
I mean, I ain't gonna
I don't blame you.
I'm a Texans fan, like
Cowgirls. Man, who this is, man? Get off the platform. Get off the platform.
No. Okay, wait. We talking about college football now, or we talking about?
Oh man, college football is Alabama. I'm roll tide all day, every day. Alabama roll tide.
You know what? Go back to Alabama.
Nah, hey, don't disrespect. Don't disrespect the tide, all right, ma'am. Don't disrespect the tide. Don't disrespect the
We'll see.
No,
we'll see. We'll see what Alabama play. Well, you know what? Never mind. Let me go back. Cause I know who's I don't know.
Don't disrespect the A. Don't disrespect the A. Don't disrespect the Roll Tide.
UCA is my school, okay? So you can't be talking about UT Austin, okay, sir? You can't be talking about
don't disrespect Roll Tide. Hey, anyway, that's another broadcast. But I know somebody said something too. Y'all coming in. We coming
girl
in.
Sorry. Oh, yeah. Okay, Lala, I'm with you. Okay. Yeah, she's saying that your cowgirls are sorry.
Oh my God.
Hey, you know what? Hey, everybody want to be. Hey, you had the opportunity to be a star too. You be a star yourself right now. So don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that, because you wear that star too. You wear that star proud. Everybody want to be a star.
Lala.
And if you had the opportunity, Laresa, you'll be a star too.
No, ain't nobody.
You'll be a star too. You'll be a star too.
Lala, thank you, Lala.
You'll be a star too, Laresa. Keep on. You'll be a star too. Hey, man, the uniforms, that metallic blue and white. Man, come on. Don't get me started.
You mean black and yellow, black and yellow, black and yellow?
I'm just saying that Metallica blue.
Boys.
Oh yeah, Metallica blue and that white. That star on the helmet, Jerry's. Hey, I stay right down the street from Jerry's World.
Jerry don't care about them folks winning. That he just care about y'all buying that merchandise and making him a billionaire.
Hey, like I said, all day every day. Anyway, that's another broadcast.
Oh, okay, she said she's not even a football fan. You know what, Lala? You know what? You could have kept that comment, Lala. Just keep it.
But like he said, go to Pittsburgh. Yeah, go to Pittsburgh. Go to Pittsburgh. Go over there. You go to Pittsburgh. Go. Somebody said get up out of Dallas. They tell you they boycott you. Get up on out of Dallas.
Oh yeah. You know what? Funny story, y'all. Funny story. Hold up. What? Get up out of Dallas with that black and yellow girl. They lazy too. Oh God. Y'all, let me tell y'all a funny story. So, y'all, my husband came home. This was years ago. My husband came home and I had one. You know how those people come to knock on your door and they be like, we'll redo your numbers on your on your street.
Oh yeah.
So I said, can you do my Pittsburgh? Oh, baby. Oh, when I tell you, I said, he's like, who's that? I started spray painting. I said, oh, he spray painted the numbers. He said, let me go look. I said, okay. He came back in the house. He said, Lo, I know you just did not do that. I said, wow. I sure did.
That's why they said get up on out of Dallas with that black and yellow crowd. They are telling you they're already protesting you to go to Pittsburgh. They already got a petition going on already for you to get out of Dallas and go to Pittsburgh.
Really hating on my black and yellow folks, but it's okay.
Oh wow! But okay. You know. This is a great time. I know we about to get ready to depart. I know we're respectful of everybody's time. Because so before we get ready to depart, Denise, you have anything you want to share? Any words of advice? Any encouragement?
Sorry, I'm trolling. I'm trolling. Sorry. Go ahead, Ferman.
You know, it ain't even. You know what the Bible said? Forgive, and I forgive. And he said, walk in love with all men. I walk in love with you. But anyway, that's another broadcast. Anyway, Denise, do you have any words of advice, any sound of wisdom you want to leave here to listen to the audience? And, of course, me and Laresa will be back this coming Sunday with our Sunday conversation. And that's why they say your black card revoked. Man, they keep you out.
You know what? Hold on. God said love everybody.
Well, your black card got revoked today.
Look here, at least the coach is black. How about that? What color is the coach on the Cowboys? I ain't never seen what coach is black on the Cowboys?
It ain't got nothing to do with that. It ain't got nothing to do with that. It ain't got nothing to do with that. But anyway,
it have a lot to do with it. Mm-hmm.
Well, they tell you your black card revoked, so that means you got no black card.
No, that's kind of fucked up, ain't it? Damn.
Yep.
Damn. Oh well, you know what? I cook good soul food. So and I definitely I'm not invited to the cookout, baby. I make the cookout. Okay. I could okay. So yes, straight West Dallas. Okay, I know how to cook. So that black card is not revoked, ma'am.
Well, somebody.
Ferman love the Cowboys. He hate when I talk about it. Don't matter about the coach. Are you crazy? Yes, it does.
Oh man, come cook. Okay, so hey, somebody got a food. Somebody got a meal request for you too as well. Laresa, go ahead. Somebody got a meal request for you.
Come cook for me and write my paper for me. Deal. I got you, Zay.
Oh man, like I said, we thank y'all. Hey man, y'all make sure y'all come in Sunday when we have our Sunday conversation. So we look forward to that. So Denise, how can anybody follow you, get in contact with you, book you, schedule, all of the great stuff?
You can contact me through IG if you have IG. It's Sanders Speaks. I'm on Facebook at Denise Sanders. Either way, it doesn't matter. And the encouraging words are, whatever's on your heart to do, don't think it's out of reach. This is one song, I forget who's singing it, but I actually seen it on Instagram in a reel. It's called Do It Anyway. And that has been, once I heard it, it stuck with me. It said, you ain't got no money in your bank account, do it anyway. And it's talking about like different tribes, like her, and do it anyway. Do it. It's the name of the song. Do it anyway. And I was like, I'm rocking with that. Okay. Because a lot of times where our heart is taking us, we feel like it's out of reach, or maybe it's not the perfect time for certain things. But guess what? It was put on your heart for a reason.
Yeah.
So don't always let your circumstance dictate the outcome of how far your dreams can go. Because don't put a cap on your dreams. You can keep going. It's up to you. You don't even got to worry about the haters. It's up to you. Use that, add a little prayer to it, sprinkle a little sugar of love from yourself on it, and you golden.
Yeah, that's excellent. That's excellent advice. You are absolutely correct. And I do have the link for everybody for Love, Truth, and Satisfaction. So please support. I'm going to post it right now. Please support Miss Sanders. There we go. So you can go directly to that link right there.
Okay. Look at you being computer savvy, man. Look at you. Dude. Look at I taught you well.
So yes. So it's right there. There is the link, everybody. Go ahead, check it out. She is available, like she said, for speaking engagements. You can contact her on Instagram, as well as Facebook. Of course, support her by getting a book. I'm pretty sure she has many more projects in the future. As far as her writing is concerned, support her most definitely.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you for listening.
Yes, thank everybody here. Okay.
Man, awesome stuff. So we about to get ready to depart, ladies and gentlemen. So y'all make sure y'all head on over to support Denise and her book. Love, Truth, and Satisfaction is available right now on Amazon. Lo put the link in the comment section. So go ahead on over there and support. So like I said, we about to get ready to depart. Me and Lo will be back this coming Sunday. So then, man, y'all enjoy the rest of y'all. We got another comment. Let me see before we go. Then we got.
They trolling me. Oh, okay. Yes, Denise, Black Love. Oh, I love that comment. Yes.
Yeah. All right, so I think that sums it up. So we out this thing, ladies and gentlemen. So man, y'all have a great night. And we'll be back this coming Sunday here on the JustSayN Podcast.
All right,
Peace,
y'all.
everybody.
Bye. Peace.